Esdeath is the hot and fearsome commander from Akame Ga Kill. From overpowering her enemies and crushing skulls to her relentless pursuit of Tatsumi and wardrobe choices, Esdeath is an absolute baddie. She's not winning any ethics awards, but it turns out anime girls can do just about anything as long as they look like this. In Season 1, Episode 9, Esdeath organizes a tournament among the warriors in order to find herself a man worthy of her busty figure. None of them catch her attention until Tatsumi arrives, and the way he takes down the bull man and smiles afterward catches Esdeath off guard, and she falls head over heels for him in her own way. Esdeath informs Run that he is the one she was looking for and heads over to the battleground. Tatsumi is confused as to why the commander herself is coming towards him. She strikes up a conversation by complimenting Tatsumi's name and praises him for the way he fought. She then informs him about the reward he'll be receiving, and Tatsumi seems optimistic. The reward, however, is Esdeath making Tatsumi her personal dog, as she puts a collar and leash on him. Not a bad deal, if we're honest. She plans to take him to her room, where it will be only the two of them, and they can do whatever freaky things this short guy might be into. In Season 1, Episode 10, Esdeath takes a shower, and when she gets out, she reveals her big opes for Tatsumi. She then sits next to him and comments on how cute he is. Tatsumi tries to confirm if she likes him, and Esdeath replies by giving him a kiss, followed by her jumping on top of him, getting dominated from the start. Before things get down and dirty, Tatsumi clears the fact that he hates the Empire and wants her to join his side, which results in him receiving a slap on the face. Her anger didn't last long, as soon after, Esdeath starts simping once again. However, Tatsumi gets up in anger, revealing the fact that he would never love a sadist like her. Unsurprisingly, even his angry version turns her on, and she decides to force him to sleep in the bed with her. Tatsumi tries to sleep on the couch, but she grabs his wrist and forces him to sleep in the bed with her. I'm not sure how Tatsumi is able to constantly resist Esdeath. Dude must have balls of steel, because most would be blue by now. In Season 1, Episode 14, Tatsumi and Esdeath are reunited after a long time apart. But their reunion is interrupted, or some might say is made even better, when Saira teleports them to a deserted island. To ensure that everything is real, Tatsumi asks Esdeath to hurt him, making her think that this might be one of Tatsumi's hidden kinks. She ends up giving him a kiss instead, proving that they have in fact been teleported. After defeating Saira, they start off by collecting food, hunting prey, wearing swimsuits, and having a great time together. At last, night falls, and before finding a way back to the capital, Esdeath decides to enjoy their time together, and she starts off by burying Tatsumi in her airbags. She then gets on top of him, and the two share their early life stories. By then, the exit point appears, and Tatsumi ends up entering it first and hiding before she arrives, putting an end to their lovely reunion. In Season 1, Episode 21, Esdeath is in the midst of her battle with Susanoo, and Najenda orders everyone to retreat. Esdeath couldn't allow Shorty to leave her again, and after blocking Susanoo's attack, she uses a new ability she developed called Mahapadma, which ends up freezing everything, including time itself. Esdeath then slowly walks towards Susanoo and stabs his heart, and she makes it look easy against someone who might just be one of the best fighters. See? A baddie. The reason she developed this new ability was to never allow Tatsumi to run away, but it also works to defeat her enemies. With that being said, Susanoo's relic core reveals itself and is crushed beneath Esdeath's heels. I just realized Tatsumi never got stomped on by Esdeath. A real shame. In Season 1, Episode 24, Akame finally gets the chance to fight Esdeath head-on. Her barrage of attacks mixed with her super fast movement puts Akame at a disadvantage. During their fight, Esdeath ignores all the trash talk, commenting on how the life of the strongest matters. She shuts up Akame by saying that she doesn't comprehend the rambling of a pig. I mean, what a badass. The fight continues, and Esdeath nearly crushes Akame with a giant ice sphere, followed by a kick right to her face. She then digs her heel into Akame and says how a weakling like her has no right to stand before her. The tables turn in Akame's favor afterward, and even though Esdeath ends up losing the fight, she was still a total badass in this scene. Later in the same episode, Esdeath's trump card doesn't work on Akame, and she ends up getting overpowered and gracefully accepts her defeat. Following that, she heads over to Tatsumi's lifeless body and builds an ice wall around them. Till the end, she lives by her word and gives Tatsumi a hug, freezing herself to death alongside him. To me, this shows she did really love Tatsumi, even if it was in her own kind of f***ed up way. Now, if you love crazy girls, then check out this video right here.